Michael Hooper. Could you just...
Sorry. Got the worst jacket possible. Sorry about that.
No problem. Could you just give your perspective on the incident involving Reece Patchell in the first half? It was obviously a bit of a strange one, and it led to a penalty and then a try, and the conversation you had with the referee over that.
Kerevi
with
incident? I can't remember word for word my discussion with him. I don't know how to carry into a player. As a player, I'm trying to make a dominant carry, and he's used poor tackle tech and fallen back. I don't know. I just don't know what Samu could have done there. So I was just asking in future, because the decision was made. That's all right. What could we do to make that not happen again? And that was the discussion that me and Roman were having.
Thank you. Follow up. Get the microphone again, please. Thank you.
I'll just follow that then and say, was there what feedback did you get and what did you learn to maybe take into the future?
No, it was just he kept referring back to the incident itself, which is fine. Moved on.
Thank you. At the front again, please. Thank you. Thank you. There, please.
Michael Cheika, what's your take on Roman and Michael and Samu's talk about the tackle technique? The carry technique, sorry.
Oh, yeah. Well, it was pretty funny because I thought I'd seen that tackle before. It could have been Reece Hodge. I'm not sure. But when our guy makes that tackle and has the high tackle framework in his head, he gets suspended. And when this guy doesn't think about the high tackle framework, we get penalised. So you've seen it anyway. You don't need me to, like, as a rugby player, as a former player, I'm embarrassed about that. As a rugby player, I'm embarrassed about that.
Thank you. Follow up, please.
You're dominating the microphone, Georgina.
Just on that conversation though, were you guys aware of that you can't fend, but and you shouldn't lead with your elbow and your forearm? Samu's done it a little. He did it in Perth.
Oh, look, that wouldn't have come. I don't know every directive. Like, there's a fair few of them that come out, but I don't know if. I think he may have said he lifted his arm into the chest. I don't know.
Yeah.
If that's illegal or not. To be honest, like, I don't know. I don't know anymore. I don't know the rules anymore. Honestly, don't know the rules anymore.
For both Michaels, it's Juliano Passini from Alma Rugby in Brazil. In Brazil, football is people not too hard. Is rugby getting softer?
Here's a tough one, right? Very tough.
Yes.
You got to take care, mate. You got to look after players, but not to an extreme where you're looking after players just for doctors and lawyers. You got to look after players for players.
My take on it is I'm pretty battered and bruised, so it doesn't feel like it's getting any softer. Like to make an 80-minute game, not 95 minutes.
Thank you. Gentleman there, please.
Michael, just with all that's been said about the tackle stuff and how it was refereed today, do you feel like this World Cup has got a serious problem on its hands? If you're one of the top coaches in the game and you're saying you don't feel like you know the laws,
Well, the first wrong thing you said then is I'm one of the top coaches in the game. I've got my doubts about that because I don't understand anymore. Yeah, it's not, mate. They all seem spooked. Like, everyone seems worried about, like, they're all worried about stuff so much. I'm not sure why they're worried. Players aren't worried. Like, but then it's affecting everything else on the field as well. Decisions on all types of crazy stuff. And then I heard that the English guy got off at the suspension thing. I go, wow. So, I haven't really said anything there, have I? I just made a whole bunch of... But, like, it shows if if you're not sort of confused, then maybe the lights going out at the end was a bit of a symbol.
I can't speak for the administrators, but I guess they would say they're trying to protect the players for the players' sake.
And mate, the administrators are spooking the referees. Referees are worried about making the wrong decision. And they're becoming ultra cautious about everything, and it's not inviting to the fans. Why should we be having booing out there in a game like that with those types of crowds? You know, there shouldn't be people booing. They're not booing the players either, right? So that shouldn't be happening.